Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. We are here at the final Axis division to be released in the Tribute to D-Day DLC coming on June 6th, released for Steel Division 2. I have a giveaway running in my Discord. Make sure you enter it, the link is down below in the description. Make sure you enter that giveaway for a chance to win the new DLC for free, and also hope to see you out there on the battlefield. We're looking at the third Fallschirmjäger today, and I know a lot of people have been looking forward to seeing this division. Shout out to Tiger, absolute third Fallschirmjäger champion, king, what's the right word? Anyway, he's going to love it, and hopefully you guys are going to love it as well. Let's have a look at my first look at the division, and what a start it is. We're going to look at the FS Aufklar, standard Aufklar, nothing major. I am just going to have a quick look into the transports as well, make sure there's nothing that I'm missing. You know, a random Kubus hidden somewhere. Then we get the FS Sharpshoots. I think this one will get taken. Oh, the G43Z F4 scope. I've not seen that one before, and it's a semi-auto sniper rifle. Is it? It is. It's a semi-automatic sniper rifle. Man, they're going to be good. Oh, 100% take that unit. Take that unit. They are going to be really good. FS Spar Troop, and introduce yourself to the FG42. This gun is a beast. We can see it right there, held by that soldier and one by the kind of squad leader. It's got, the damage is, you know, pretty high. The accuracy is pretty decent. The range is 600 meters, and look at that rounds a minute, 480. I can compare it better in a later squad, so we will do that. But this FG42 is just a fantastic weapon, really is. Let's just quickly check the transports. You do get a half track in there. We get the SPW AB41. I'm not sure whether people will take that. It can operate, you know, behind enemy lines as a recon vehicle. They are pretty fast, 80 kilometers per hour on road. That is pretty quick. It does have a Breda 35 on there. Can, you know, be used against infantry. You can get 6 of them in A phase. I think that's a pretty decent vehicle. I don't know whether it will get taken, but it's not bad. Then we've got the Fallschirmpanzer Abwehr, which is the Panzerschreck squad, but it's kind of like a full strength, almost like a Panzergren squad with a Panzerschreck there as well. 4 MP40s, 5 G43s, MG34 and a Panzerschreck. It's kind of, I mean, it can operate behind enemy lines as a Panzerschreck squad with the recon tab, so you can sneak it behind. It will stay alive a lot because it's got 10 strength, but then at the same time it is kind of a bit of a weird loadout. I think it's alright, but I don't know. I don't know whether, I'd rather have the 2 sharpshoots for certain, and maybe even the Spar Troop with the FG42. It's a strong rifle. I don't know, but Panzerschreck behind enemy lines, yeah, maybe 1 card. Let's move on to the infantry. We'll look at the Luftwaffe Jäger to start off with. They have the MG15. It's a 20-point disheartened squad. You can get 18 in B, 24 in C. They do have the Faustpatron, so yeah, I think most people will take these units as kind of cheap fodder, but they aren't anything too special. And they are 20 points, whereas most of the other disheartened stuff is like 15 points, although I think the Cherno-Pizzaniki is 20 points, but I'm pretty certain these are much worse than Cherno-Pizzanikis. They are only 9 strength as well. Then we've got the Luftwaffe Führer with the smoke. Wow, you can get 6 of these in... No, that's, you can only get these in B phase. That's interesting. We've got the FS Führer. These have got the FG42. We'll come back onto that in a moment. And you can get 2 of them in A phase. We've got the FS Sturmpionier. Yep, standard Sturmpionier sort of squad. Nothing majorly interesting about that. We have the FS Jäger. Now this is the one to look at, and let's compare these rifles. So the FG42 compared to the G43 semi-auto rifle. The G43 is already a great rifle. This squad is great. 2 MG34s, it's a G43, it's always a fantastic rifle. You've got more damage, you've got slightly more suppression, you know. The accuracy isn't quite as good, but the range is 600 meters, and look at that rate of fire. It's basically another semi-automatic rifle, but better. Yeah, I mean, it's just fantastic. And this was toned down from what Eugen originally gave the strike team to test. It was a little bit too overpowered, so this was toned down a bit, as far as I'm aware. But then you can get 9 of these. I mean, there's 8 cards of these. You can just take FS Jaeger. So yeah, why would you even take Luftwaffe Jaeger? I mean, I suppose they are cheaper. These are 35 points a piece, but you can get like 8 cards of these. 9, 18, 27. Wow, there's going to be a lot of FS Jaeger on the battlefield. We've got FS Pioneers, basically a pioneer squad, but why would you take them when you've got the Jaeger? You do get those HE grenades, but I think you just want more Jaegers. And then we've got the FS Sturmjäger. Here we have it, the best assault gun in the game to this point in time, replaced now by the FG42. Let's compare these two. Slightly less damage, slightly less suppression. The accuracy again is slightly less, but 600 meter range is pretty epic. I mean, you basically get another machine gun. It's like having 2 MG40. It's like having 2 light machine guns here and then another basically 2 light machine guns here, because look at the accuracy difference. This is a really good gun. This is a really good gun. But you only get 1 card of FS Sturmjäger. I mean, these are fantastic units. 40 points. I think that's fair. Definitely fair. Anyway, wow, that's the infantry tab. Great infantry on this division. Let's have a look at the tank tab. You get the light Panzer L6I Italian tank. Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely looking skin, isn't it? Lovely looking camouflage. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, you get 6 of them in A phase. I mean, you're going to want to take all 6 just for the extra 2. That's what I think anyway. Then you get 2 Stugs, or 2 cards of Stugs. I mean, standard Stug camo, I think. Stug 3Gs, you can get 5 in B or 10 in... Sorry, 5 in A or 10 in B. No C phase Stug, so you're probably going to want to take both cards of these in B and just maximise your availability. Stugs are decent. Stugs are probably, you know, one of the most balanced tanks in game. Like, if you're going to point the middle most balanced tank between all the ranges of tanks, it's probably the Stug 3G. It is a really good vehicle. And then you also get the Stug 3G Führer. I mean, you could take, you know, one of these in A phase, or you could look to maximise your availability again. But having a Stug in A phase might be nice, because you're probably most likely to take both of these cards in B phase. I don't know, it depends how you set your deck up. Support tab, we got the FS Flammenwerfer. Pretty standard. We got some Kubel munitions. I like the fact they've added more of these lighter vehicles in. It's pretty cool. And we got the FS MG34s. You can get 6 in A. Slightly worse than the MG42, so you probably want to take the MG42s here. You only lose 1. You can get 5 of those in A, 10 in B, 15 in C, and you can get 2 cards of them. We have the LG42, and look at that beautiful camouflage on that thing. This, as far as I remember from the comments, is a recoilless rifle. It can be used to fire AP shells, 100mm of penetration. I don't know what the drop-off... Well, the drop-off... I think is as a standard AP shell. 35% accuracy, 1500 meter range. It's not fantastic. It does have HE shells, which has a decent damage on these actually. So I think this is better off used more as a support gun, infantry support gun. Only 1500 meter range, slightly less than the standard IG or OB25. But I think that's probably what you're going to want to use these for. We have the FS Commandant in the beautiful uniform there. with the FG-42. That guy ain't choosing no standard boring weapon. He's got the badass FG-42. We get the BMW Commander, the Stu-42, and the Stug 3F Commander as well. Anti-tank tab, we start off with the Puption. I mean, you guys, I think from Normandy would love this thing. Puption 200mm penetration rockets, because these things had like rockets that fit on the front, if I remember correctly. Heat shell, so they do not lose that penetration, remember. So it's 200mm of penetration at full range, but the downside, the full range is 500 meters. But they do fire fairly decent, you know, fairly decently fast. So you manage to ambush a tank at 500 meters, the tank is going down. It is going down as long as it gets hit. 50%, you know, accuracy. 46, yeah, it's about 50% accuracy. You want to use these things to ambush the heavy tanks. What else do we have? We have the FS Panzer Shreks, pretty standard. We got the Pak 41 Gerlich with the Panzervüche 41 AT gun, 42mm AP shells, 120mm of penetration. Range is only 1,000 meters, but it does have very high accuracy and good rate of fire. I think you're probably gonna, I mean, it's difficult. Again, the slot cost is pretty high at this point of the scale. You know, really, do you want to take a 3-point cost card? You probably want to take these 3, which means you may be picking the Pak 38 and the 2 Pak 40s, or maybe in the Puption and the 2 Pak 40s. It's difficult choices to be made because you have got these Pak 38s, you have got these Pak 40s. Pak 40s are just fantastic. Just pick the Pak 40 all day long. Pick the Pak 40 all day long. Anti-air tab, flak 38 20mm. Can you get them with a... No, you can't get them with a supplementary half-track AA unit. We got the Schwim flak 20mm. We got the flak 36-37s, and if you've seen any of my videos, I'm telling you, take the 36-37s. Fantastic AA pieces. You only get 1 card though, so I probably would end up taking them in B, taking the flak 38-20s in A, or perhaps, you know, the flak 41s in A and C. You do get 40s in C phase, and you can afford to take them. So use the flak 41s as your heavy AT, because the costs on the cards are a lot cheaper to take these flak 41s. Artillery tab, we got the Beobacher, much love. I think I mispronounced that as well. We got the Battery Führer. They're always going to be taken, aren't they? We got the 81mm mortars. I won't really go into that. We got the Geb 40 105mm. I mean, I'm not a big fan of them. I know a lot of people like them. We've got the 120mm mortars, so you're kind of restricted, similar to the 6th Airborne. I mean, these are airborne divisions. You're kind of restricted on the artillery range. You can't get those big, heavy howitzers. But I think the 120mm mortars really add something that the 6th Airborne didn't have, because they are actually, you know, basically 120mm artillery pieces. And I think the largest the British had was, I don't even think they had 105mm. I think it was like 85, was it, with the 25-pounders, something along that lines. So yeah, I mean, you only get 1 card, and you can only get them in A, but I would take them. Off-map wise, we get the Beo Schwim 210mm off-map, and we get the Beo Kubel 380mm off-map, similar to the 6th Airborne. Cannot wait to see these off-maps in action. It's always guaranteed, you know, fantastic results, just beautiful to see them. Okay, in the air tab of the 3rd Fallschirmjäger, again what you've all been waiting for, and look at this fantastic skin. I think we have this one in game, but we do have some extra decals, I think, on it. Oh, and look at that little cross there. I wonder if that's, you know, like, oh no, I wonder if that's to do with the panel. Or, for a moment I was wondering whether that he'd shot down a plane, or whether that was to do with the panel. Interesting. And this one clearly belongs to Curragh, guys. They've lent the planes. Yeah, ME-109 G8 air recon. It can attack the ground. You can get 2 of them in A phase. So Oh, ignore that. That's a bug. So these are they're decent. I think they're decent. 65 points, not bad. ME410 fighter, heavy fighters. These can strafe things fairly decently and get 2 of them 85 points. You know, not bad. Not bad. Are they outshone by other units? Possibly. Possibly. Ju-88S1, these have got 10 50 kilogram HE bombs. I mean, they're only 95 points. They are medium resilient, so they will stand some flack. And I personally won't use them because they're more to deal a lot of suppression, but I don't really think they provide too much value. But you do get 2 cards of them. You may want to just, you know, grab a load of them and see. I'll let you guys pick. It's not all about me. Then we got the ME109G. I just love this skin. Oh, it's just beautiful. ME109 G6 R2 fighter bomber, 450 kilogram HE bombs. How many can you get in A? You can get 3 in A, so I might end up, you know, these might end up being taken in A to act as the fighter, you know, because it is a fighter bomber. What else do we get? We get the ME410A1. This is more like it. 2 500 kilogram HE bombs, and it's only 105. I mean, compare that to the fighter bomber. What do you want for the same price? Do you want 450 kilogram bombs, or do you want 2 500 kilogram bombs? Do you want 200 kilograms of bomb loadout, or do you want 1,000 kilograms? You want the ME410A1. You only get 1 of them in A, you can get 2 of them in B and 4 in C. You probably end up taking the B phase ones, although you do get 2 cards, so maybe you take both cards in A phase, but I definitely think this plane will be pretty heavily utilised. And actually, looking at it, it's probably the biggest bomber until we get down to the Ju-88S1, which we'll have a look at in a moment. Now, the ME109 G6R6 dedicated fighter. And again, I just love this skin. I love the blue on the back. Beautiful. Beautiful. If anyone can tell me whether there was a particular reason these were painted blue on the back, because I know on the Allied side they have the invasion stripes. Whether is that just the squadron kind of livery, or is there a particular meaning to that, then please drop it in the comments. I'd love to know that. Yeah, they are classed as a heavy fighter. I mean, they've got 2 20mm gun pods on the wings. Yeah, there's the 2 gun pods, and they also have a 20mm in the nose, which looks like this. No, they got the 2 MGs in the nose, and then there it is, and then the 20mm buried right at the front in the nose. Although when you look at it front on, it actually looks like it's not in the front. Oh no, it is dead center. Interesting. Yeah, you can get 4 of these in A, 6 in B, and 8 in C. But you do get 2 cards. You do get 2 cards, and yeah, I mean, the ME109's great fighters, great fighters. Then we get onto the thing this deck was known for, the ducks. Look at that duck. I mean, it really does look like a duck. I mean, I remember in Normandy, I just didn't think it looked. Maybe it was just I had the settings so low, but it never actually looked like a duck. This thing looks like an absolute duck. It's a mighty duck at that. Wow, the HS129B2R3. So this thing has a 37mm down here underneath the pilot. You can get 2 of them in A and 4 of them in B. You probably want these as your A phase duck, because then you've got the HS129B3, and this thing, wow, just look at the size of that cannon. Man, that thing's huge. That's what she said. Man, that cannon, the 75mm monster. 175mm penetration, 8 damage. This gets one shot on, boom, you are going down. See you later. These things are slow, and I have used them. They turn ridiculously terribly. They really do turn badly, so it's a lot harder to chain those tank kills one after the other, you know, like you can with the IL-237 or the Ju-87G1s, I think it is. These things, you can send it down. If the tanks are in a row, yeah, you can get them, but if the tanks are off to the side, you might get the first one, but you can't really turn to get the second ones. So there are downsides, but you're definitely going to be taking these. You can get 2 cards of them, and you can get 2 in B and 4 in C, and that's how I think most people are going to play it. You know, take the B2/R3 in A with the 37mm cannon, and then take the B3 with the 75mm cannon in B and C. And then finally, the last unit, we've got the Ju-88S1 2 kilogram napalm bombs. So it's basically 2 kilograms of napalm. I think this unit is in a different deck, but I have used it and it is fantastic. This is my favourite unit of the deck. When we're looking at favourite units, I'm picking this, the Ju-88S1. This unit is just, I love it. I mean, who doesn't love, strictly in a gameplay perspective, raining down fire upon your opponent? Yeah, this thing is just a beast, an absolute beast. Do you take 4? I mean, you can take 4 of these in C phase. Man, that is going to be ridiculous. I think most people will probably take either in A or B phase, because I think unless you're running a balanced deck, or perhaps in team games, I think 4 of them in C phase, they may be a little bit late and perhaps a little bit too much overkill. But yeah, play with this unit. It is fantastic. It is my favourite unit of the deck. We are going to leave things here. And thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you guys are dead excited for the release of the Tribute to D-Day DLC. I have played these divisions and genuinely I love them all. I just love all of them. So yeah, I hope you guys are as well. Remember, there is a giveaway in my Discord. Head down into the description, click the link to my Discord, and hop in, join the giveaway. You get your chance to win the Tribute to D-Day DLC for free. Otherwise, look out for it. It drops on Saturday, June 6th, and I will see you out there on the battlefield.